Hello, and I want to thank you so much, as always, for making the time, because time is precious. If you give time to anything, time to any individual, you've given about your best asset. And so when you make time to join us and be part of this conversation, it is important. And for us, we put so much value and we put all the premium on the fact that you give time. So thank you for making the time to come be part of this conversation, be part of this discussion. Normally, our live broadcast is on Thursday evenings, every Thursday evenings consistently. However, if you are not able to join us on Thursday evening, but on any other day, any other time, we are still even more grateful to you that you would find time and make some time and go look it up, look us up, Global Changemakers Africa, and be part of the conversation that has happened in this broadcast. So again, welcome. And as we continue with the conversation we've been having, we theme it the power of you. The power of you, which simply means that each one of us, with no exception whatsoever, each one of us is endowed by our Creator with the profound capability to envision, to dream, to envisage any outcome. It does not matter the length and the breadth and the depth and the height of that possibility, that dream. Call it a dream, call it a vision, call it a thought, call it an idea, whatever it is, you and I are blessed with this system within us, with this software, to use the language and terminology of the digital space, the computer space. Each one of us is blessed within us with the software to engage in our visionary imaginations and in our visionary capabilities. Each one of us is endowed to, as it were, envisage to any extent, the outcomes we want. And we are also blessed not just with the power of envisioning and envisaging, but also with the power of implementing and making what we dream, what we envisage, what we envision, and what we can see in our mind's eye to happen. In other words, to put it in more simpler terms, we can say concerning Ghana, concerning Nigeria, from Cairo to Cape Town and between Senegal to Somalia, the entire continent of Africa, we can envision in our hearts the kind of nation we want, the kind of continent we want, the kind of people, the kind of quality of nation, beauty of nation, the kind of quality of environment we want. We can literally envisage, envision, dream. We can capture in our wildest imaginations all of these outcomes. The outcome of a truly emancipated continent of Africa. We can envisage it, we can dream it, we can capture it in our mind's eyes. First of all, as individuals. And then we can work towards it. We can work towards this envisioned image or vision of how we want to see our individual nations and countries. Of course, all over the world, we can envisage it, and guess what? We can work towards it step by step by step by step by step until we realize it. That is, if we determine to be disciplined, stay consistent, we can do this. Now, all of this power is vested in you as an individual. It has nothing to do with your parents, your siblings, your children, your friends, your business associates, your business partners. It has nothing to do with any one of them. I am talking about you, just you as an individual. You are blessed and endowed with all of this power, so much power, such that you by yourself, can make waves and make changes in spite of who is looking, who is not looking, who is encouraging you, who is not encouraging you, who likes you, who doesn't like you, who is nice with you, who is not nice with you. It really has nothing to do with all of that. It has everything to do with you being aware of this truth of who you are and the fact that you have been made and created and endowed and blessed by your Creator with all of these capabilities and with all of this potential. You just have it, and it's you. It's in you. Nobody is a major factor in diminishing this power, this awesome power that you are blessed and endowed with, unless and until you allow them. Let me say that again. Everything I've said is true about you and the fact that you are endowed and blessed with this awesome power. But guess what? Nobody has the power to diminish or to extinguish this power you are blessed and endowed with, not until you allow them, not until you allow their words, their opinions, their thoughts, their thinking about you to take away this truth and to take away the consciousness of these truths. Now, why is it important for us to look at this angle of truth concerning our common humanity? It is important, critical, not just crucial, but critical. It is beyond crucial. It is critical for us to literally be founded, be grounded on these truths, because you and I want to see transformational change. Transformational change is part of what makes us live. That's part of what gives meaning to life for us. Progress, advancement, all of that. You and I live in a world today where we could easily put the blame, the responsibility of why we are not experiencing the fullness of happiness and joy and just the blessing of living, the blessing of life. You and I can easily put the blame on someone else, something else, in fact, even on a government, without first understanding that it begins with you and I. That's why we couch and craft this topic, the power of you. It is to say to you and I, it's to say to all of us that each one of us is endowed by our Creator to engage this life with so much capabilities within us, at least up to a point. Now, I'm not saying don't hold governments accountable. I'm not saying don't hold some friends, some parents, or even your children accountable. But I'm saying it can be a slippery slope where the easiest thing we want to do is not to start with us, but to start with them, or him, or her, or she, or they. If we get this, then the whole conversation about the power of you we've been having today is the sixth part or the sixth session on this topic, the power of you. If we get it like this and we understand it like this, then we will appreciate why the first place to look for anything that has to change and that has to be better will be us, you. That means you and me. And that's why we craft and couch our topic and call it the power of you. That's the whole point when we say the power of you. I've taken a little time to break it down and to try and encapsulate and capture the whole point of this topic so that you and I will get it. So as we proceed in our conversations, you will understand that, again, our position is it's okay to blame somebody, to blame your spouse, to blame your siblings, blame your friends, blame your government, blame anything outside of you other than you. It's okay to blame, but you are endowed and blessed with the power to cause and to bring about so much change. You will be surprised was not in the hands of anything outside of you, but of you. I've said this story umpteen times on this platform in these conversations, and I've shared with you how this lady who works for this major telcos company, who works quite at the top of the hierarchy, the ladder, and how she decided to do this gardening, this vegetable gardening in her backyard. This backyard had been lying fallow, lying there idle all this time, till the idea struck her. I can grow some green peppers and some bell peppers and some spinach and so on and so forth and all of that. And she did that, and guess what? Her whole financial status changed. Right in her backyard, the power to do something about transformational change to her life was right in her backyard. But until the thought struck her, she was living, complaining, I'm sure agitating. Maybe she probably would have joined a group of demonstrators to demonstrate and to agitate and hold somebody else accountable. And that's okay to do that. But there's a first port of call. There's a first place you look at before you look outside of you, and that's you. And that's the power of you. And that's what the power of you is about. Now, we've done some case study, and we like to look at this. Let's look at the quote by Louis Hay. The power is within you. The power to change, the power to alter change, the power to make things happen before any government steps in, before any sibling steps in, before any spouse steps in, before any friend steps in, before your company steps in. The power to engage change and to make change happen, transformational change. That power is within you. It has always been. That's how the Creator made it. That's how he blessed us. That's how he blessed humankind. It's always been. How far are you willing to expand the horizons of your thinking and stir that power awake? What a powerful statement by Louis Hay. The power is within us, but there's something about our thinking. And in the next session after this, we'll be dealing with that. The thinking is so critical in unleashing this power to cause transformational change. If there should be any investment in you, you should make for yourself. It would be nice to buy some nice bags, ladies, buy some nice shoes and buy all of that and buy the nice clothes and look for the nice things you can drive and eat and wear and all of that. But guess what? That critical part of you that can either hinder or enhance. This power in you and I is the thinking. And that's what Louis Hay is saying. Let's look at Alice Tai. Alice Tai is an 8-time world champion, a Paralympic gold medalist, 6-time European champion, and a Commonwealth Games winner. Her medal haul, along with 6 world records, makes her one of the world's best swimmers. She also has several awards, including becoming the first para-athlete to be named British Swimming's Athlete of the Year. Now, we've read this thing so nice about Alice Tai. You know, all of these laurels, all of these great achievement. But you will be surprised at Alice Tai. Alice Tai is a Paralympic or a para-athlete. That means she was fiercely disabled, and yet she won. In fact, the nature of her body and all of the handicaps and all of the incapability and all of the challenges was such that she shouldn't come close to these achievements ever. But guess what? Even in what her body is needed to accomplish, the power of her mind, this resolute determination to do this and to make these achievements happen and possible, surmounted the body challenges. We don't say handicap these days, but she was so disadvantaged in terms of her body. And yet Alice Tai also, this time in the field of sports, proves that when a person is determined on the inside, there is no disadvantage, no limitation that can hold them down. So let's look a little bit about Tai. Tai was born in Poole, England in 1999 and grew up in New Milton. Tai was born with bilateral talipes, that is club foot. If you understand club foot, no foot that is structured like normal regular foot, so it's almost like a club. And before the age of 12, she had undergone 14 corrective operations to alleviate her condition, sometimes requiring a wheelchair for long periods of time during recovery. Tai began swimming at the age of 8, joining the Seagull Swimming Club in New Milton. It was not until the winter of 2010 that her family realized that she could be classified a disability swimmer. However, at the 2019 London Para Swimming World Championship, Tai bagged 6 gold medals across 6 disciplines from the 7 she competed in. She competed in 7, won 6 at the top, gold, and these were no mean competitions. They were different disciplines. Tai could have told herself that swimming was impossible because of her condition. But she saw herself as more than a girl with a condition and proved Steve Jobs right when he said, "The people are like this. I like this. I like this." This quote every one of us must take home with us. Keep in our hearts. The people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who normally do. I'll say it again. The people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Steve Jobs said that, and Alice Tai proved it to be right. Now, most of the time, when you go through life and go through several places in my country, Ghana, you see people physically challenged who resign themselves, give all the excuse in the world, and literally sit by the roadside begging. Alice Tai proved that there can be no excuse. There can be no excuse for resigning yourself this way. And that's the kind of thing we want to put in your hands and share together concerning our common humanity, that we are each blessed and endowed to rise above, rise above, rise above all of these, if you like, challenging situations that confront us and literally give us a pushback from progressing and achieving the things we could have achieved. Alice Tai is such an example, classic example of what is possible. Now, all of this, getting a prosthetic leg in the process just so she could walk again, because remember, the disease had gone now below the knee, and so the need for the amputation was crucial. She went through all of this and sort of got, the prosthetic leg, learned how to walk, and then further learned how to swim again, practice consistently, and finally participated in the Commonwealth Games again. And in July 22, she won the gold medal in the 100 meters backstroke at the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham. And this was just months after having her right leg amputated below the knee. What a story, what a story, what a story, what a story. Alice Ty is a blessing. Are you understanding that? Between 2010 to 2019, she pushed against all the odds, pushed against all the odds, pushed against all the odds. Physical disability, physical disadvantage, physical challenge. I want you to think about it for a moment. And yet, in the midst of all this, she won gold medals and all of that. It means something on the inside, as we say, is stronger and can be stronger. Something in your mind, in your heart, in your soul that is determined can be stronger than the outward physical challenge, any outward physical challenge, including a government, a human being, siblings, anybody who doesn't like you. All of that, Alice Ty proves it, because guess what? She finds that her conditions has worsened, totally worsened. She goes for further amputation, does the amputation, gets the prosthetic leg, goes back to learn how to walk and run and swim, and goes into Commonwealth Games to win medals again. This is profound, profound, profound. And I'll just read this little bit for the next couple of minutes. Every successful person will tell you there were setbacks along the way that at the time seemed unsurmountable, that could have drained their confidence and caused them to quit. Instead, they chose to transcend doubts and live forward. As Winston Churchill said, success is not final, failure is not fatal, it is the courage to continue. The courage to continue that counts. The only one thing that can stop you is death. Death where you are no more, you don't live anymore, you are out of this world. Otherwise, so long as there's life, as they say, there's hope. So long as you can breathe, you can move. So long as you can engage alive, so long as there's life, there is any possibility that's achievable, anything that's achievable. As I conclude, young people, between the ages of 15, 18, right across to 45, you are our focus in all of these conversations. Of course, everybody is welcome to join, but I want to challenge you, I want to inspire you, I want to encourage you. It's great to join movements that go on demonstrations and hold everybody else responsible for your life except you. But our challenge is, as we conclude, the power of you is that you and you alone, you hold in your hands the power to determine your life and where it should go, how it should be, and what it should amount to. And guess what? You can do this. You can do this. You can do this. Alice Ty could do it. Everybody else could do it. People with disabilities could do it. You can do this. You can do this. You can do this. Please like, share, subscribe. If you have been blessed and you like some of these conversations, please like, share, subscribe. Until we see you again next Thursday, or whenever we see you, whenever you decide to be part of these conversations. Have a blessed life, have a peaceful life, have a great life. But guess what? Above everything else, rise up within you. Let the lion in you rise and roar and go for that dream. Go for that envisioned outcome you see in your mind's eye, and you can do this. It may take a little bit of time and effort, but with discipline and staying power, just staying the course, you will get it done. We can change Ghana, we can change Africa, we can change our continent. You and I can do this. Many blessings, and have a good night.